So this comes from 3.3 probability using the addition rule. Again, the addition rule we also call the OR rule. So keep that in mind. This is the OR rule. So remember when we talk about probability, the probability of an event E happening is the number of outcomes in that event. So this is our desired outcomes. And we're going to divide that by the total outcomes in our sample space. Now, when we talk about addition rule, this is when we get into what we call mutually exclusive and not mutually exclusive. So the probability of A or B, if they're mutually exclusive, which means they have nothing in common, then we just simply go probability of A plus the probability of B. We just add the two probabilities together. But now, the probability of A or B, if there's an overlap, if they have some stuff in common, we have the probability of A plus the probability of B, and then we have to remove what's in common, the probability of the A and the B, the intersection, if you will. So this happens when they're not mutually exclusive. So notice that with the multiplication rule, it was more about independent and dependent. And then in the addition rule, it's more about mutually exclusive and not mutually exclusive. That's kind of a vocabulary that plays out here. So this example, we have a pie chart. What we're trying to do is determine the probability of randomly selecting a person who's under 5 years old. So under 5 years old, it looks like the probability is going to be 6.2%. So that's just going to be 0.062 if I change that into a decimal. Next example is randomly selecting someone who is 45 years old or over. So 45 years old or older actually hits me into these three categories. So let's say we have to actually add those three probabilities. So we have this 0.265 plus then this 0.115 plus then the 0.088. So remember to change a percent to decimal, you have to move it 2 places back to the left. So if we add those decimals, 0.265 plus 0.115 plus 0.088, that's going to give us then this 0.468. So 0.468. So that's how it's going to be this or this or this. So that's going to be more of an additional concept. C says randomly selecting someone who is not over 65 years or older. So we're looking for the not. So 65 years or older would be these two. So really what I want is like the complement of that. So what I want to do is go the other way. So I want to go 1 minus the sum of those two. So 0.115 and that 0.088, because I want to know who's not in that category. So if we add the 0.115 and the 0.088, I'm going to get 0.203. So our math is going to be this 1 minus 0.203. So if we go 1 minus that 0.203, we end up with then 0.797. So 79.7% are not in that category. So that's kind of questions you come across in the addition rule.